Good afternoon, Mr. Howe.
Hey Todd, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. It's a sunny day here in Atlanta.
Same
It's up
up
to
here in New
about
Jersey.
72 degrees. Maybe not that warm up there.
55. It's good enough
Uh,
though. Good enough.
You know what? Okay, beats the crap out of freezing and all that
That's correct.
nonsense we had
That's
here.
correct.
Hey, no more leaks. It rained and my bedroom stayed dry. So there's no
Cool.
more. The water leak has been repaired. There's various holes poked through the ceiling in the bedroom. So it's
That's next.
Yeah,
Sheetrock.
there's sheetrock dust all over the place. It's a
Oh
mess,
God,
but it's dry.
it's dry.
So
Oh, that's what counts. I
yeah.
think your forecast is going to be pretty nasty in the next few days too. So
There's some, yeah, tornadoes and all kind of ugly stuff supposed to
yeah,
come through.
good for the South, So
But I'll be dry in the
that's
sense of
yeah,
rain leaking in,
that's right.
not so
External.
much, not, not so much in terms of alcohol consumption.
Okay.
We got a
So
couple of we got a new one and a really old one today, right? In
well,
terms of age of
yeah.
the distillery, right?
Well, that's before we get into the duo we're looking at today. What do you think about the tariffs? The
Oh,
for whiskey, the whiskey tariffs, that
you
Canada
know,
putting
as
in
long as
Europe.
it's just, I don't drink Canadian whiskey anyway. I've had Japanese whiskey a couple times. Does it apply to Japan?
No, no, no,
I didn't think it did.
they're our
And
friends,
it,
but there's going to be a glut of inventory if it's not being shipped over to Europe if things slow down.
oh no, I hadn't thought. Okay, I hadn't thought it through that far.
So I mean, if who's going to be paying 25 extra percent?
I mean, it's gotten expensive enough over the last few years anyway. I
Right.
hadn't thought about
Supply and
the
demand. Yeah.
additional supply that's going to be in the U.S.
We
I was
hope,
thinking, yeah, bringing stuff in from other
that's
countries.
yeah, maybe it'd be more affordable for us in the States.
Well, okay, this is a public service announcement portion of the Bottom Shelfers podcast today.
Yeah,
All the
hope
whiskey
it's
fans
correct.
out there,
We hope
keep an
it's
eye
correct.
out. Keep an eye out. Maybe this is what Trump had in mind from the beginning, was to
That's right. See him.
lower bourbon prices.
Should we send him a hat? Make bourbon
Yeah,
great again.
send a Bottom Shelfers hat.
Yeah,
I have Bottom Shelfers glasses. I have not gotten a Bottom Shelfer hats or t-shirts. So I need to fix that. I am
yeah. How
remiss.
if somebody buys something from the store, how do we don't know who that is, right?
Rick, I don't know. That's that's how much
Uh,
I've studied this. It's with an outfit called Printful.
yeah,
I have
no,
no idea where they are or how it works.
it's made the hat material is made in boy, let me look
South
it.
Vietnam or something. Who knows?
Bangladesh. Right.
Bangladesh?
Yeah, company Yupeng, or something like that. So it's on the
all,
label, but it's
all
nice.
our
It's good,
international appeal.
good
Yeah.
quality. It's good quality. I would say it's highly recommended.
All right, great. Yeah, I mean, you can't get enough bottom shelf or swag.
That's
I
right.
know all of our sons-in-law now are equipped with
Yeah, I was
cocktail
thinking
rocks glasses,
we
right?
have 5 TBS satellites across the country.
Yeah, and one actually had a bourbon tasting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I know my two sons-in-laws had bourbon tastings, but they did it by themselves.
Okay. All right. You're talking about my son Max
Yeah, yeah. Talking
in
about your son.
Lancaster. Yeah. So
Oh, that's right. You only have one son-in-law. I get confused.
that's right. And he's my favorite son-in-law.
Is Yeah, my Allison calls me her favorite daddy. She's been doing that
Okay.
for
All right.
years.
So she's got you in control. So
Yeah,
what?
I regretted the day I introduced you to her.
No. So what do you think of what we start with? Penelope bourbon.
Penelope, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this is when I said earlier we got a relatively new one. I think it's
When you
like
say new,
2018,
what do
I
you say?
seen.
2018? Is that what you cut?
Yeah, I think it 2018.
Right.
And then we're going to go to Elijah Craig, which I think
Yeah.
they claim to be the oldest distillery, right?
Gee, good question. Or was that, well, that it's Heaven
Or
Hill.
the
Evan Williams, I thought was the oldest, but
well, but who?
1783.
Yeah, Evan Williams is the oldest, and Elijah Craig is the father of bourbon.
Right. So,
That's what it
let's
is.
see. Did you know
Whatever.
the Penelope was
Penelope,
was
you
formed?
know, well, there's more. Yeah, there's more to be said about the name.
Oh,
Apparently,
okay.
it's the distiller's little girl.
That's right. Not the distiller, just two guys out of New Jersey started it. Two friends got together and wanted to create a bourbon. And
And
it
they're
went
out of
to
Jersey?
Basking Ridge. I think they still live in New Jersey, but it was named after one of the daughters. So
Well,
the,
I'll be darned.
the whiskey is supplied through MGP.
Well, it's in, I poked into MGP a little bit, and I always thought that MGP did distilling for other brands, but they own like 6 or 7 distilleries.
No, okay.
So MGP does the, I mean, it's a standalone distillery that MGP either bought or invested into to get it started. And Penelope's one of those. So it's a
Right.
standalone distillery.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, kind
It's
of pale.
it is
The
kind of pale.
color.
It's
I
kind of
noticed that.
a
I
light,
noticed that when we did our acquisition trip.
yeah, light copper, or not even that. I mean, what do you think? Wheat
That's
color?
about the lightest because I mean it's aged 4 years, so it must be a really
That's what they're
light.
saying. 4 years, right? It's a
I'm getting sweet. The corn.
blend of three mash bills, but they still say the mash bill is 75% corn, 15 wheat, 7 rye, and 3 malted barley.
Yep, that's okay. We got the same.
Very sweet though.
Really sweet. Well, I said corn, but
Yeah, butter,
butter.
fresh butter.
I'm getting a little.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
No apples. No, no,
Yes, yes,
no apples. Not. There's something
yeah.
else there. That's
There's
some
an
kind
apple.
of like fruit, almost maybe a banana.
Yeah, I'm getting that. There's no spice there. There's some spice in there.
Well, I'm not getting a lot of that on the
No,
nose.
not a lot, but there is some there.
All right, let's try. Wow, light. And that's the first thing I thought of. It's almost, it
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
got,
almost disappears. I get sweetness in the fruit again on the
you
tongue.
getting pepper? Are you getting pepper? I got some pepper on that one.
Pepper?
Yeah, mid tongue.
Well, you said what was it? 7% rye?
7
I mean,
rye,
that's not a whole lot.
15 wheat, and 3.
I'm getting sweet and a little bit of fruit.
I'm telling
I
you.
keep thinking light. I mean, it's almost like the flavors are anything but they're the opposite of intense.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that make
Well, that's what.
sense?
Yeah, it does because they promoting this as a smooth drinking bourbon.
Now, I could say you often mention beginner. I think someone that kind of objects or is not used to the a heavy alcohol burn or strong bold flavors.
Right.
'Cause I'm not getting. I mean, it's 80 proof, so that's not. What does that say? That 80 proof doesn't taste like high alcohol. I don't know.
Right. That's good. I think that's you don't want to have the high alcohol all the time. It's just burn and crash. So
I am getting. It's more the spice on the finish,
right.
and I'm not getting it till after.
Do the chew, Kentucky chew.
Yeah, after that. Corn, sweetness, fruit, banana. I'll go back to banana, and then
Oh
that
yeah,
little touch of spiciness at the very end.
yeah. Toasted. Got kind of like a toasted bread or something in there.
Yeah, like, but the sweet. Well, cornbread is sweet. You get
Yeah,
toasted cornbread.
yeah. I think they used two different. In the barrel, they used a char with two different head chars too. So I don't know what the science was around that.
Who the heck? Who the heck knows? But I have nothing negative to say about it, but it's kind of, is it unfair to call it bland?
Yeah, I don't know. Bland is a negativity. I don't think it's bland. It's a mild, smooth, low proof.
Good point, Rick, because you're right. I don't want to say anything negative about it. I kind of like it. It's such an easy sipping. This would absolutely disappear in any kind of cocktail.
Oh yeah,
I
I think
mean,
you're
you
right.
might as well take grain neutral spirits and throw it in your whatever to put a little booze in it.
But you know what? Maybe it's intended just to be a sipping, entry level. You know,
Well, I had the blue label, and I can't think of the name of it. Penelope, I think they've got four different expressions.
Penelope.
Yeah, there's one with
Uh,
a blue label, antique, or I forget. That's
there's a
not right.
weeded.
Architect.
Yeah, I think it's architect and weeded, and then there's the ones at 90 proof, I think.
Yeah, I should have looked. I should have looked at that. But you want to try some water in this?
Let's do some order. I'm just looking at their website. The website's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I don't know about their tasting notes being
What's
what we're finding.
what's the blue one called?
Let me get to that one. That is architect.
Architect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that probably, I don't know, 8, 9 months ago.
Okay.
Victor, one of Victor's, hey, here, you're going to buy this bottle when I
Let's
walked
see.
into the store.
That's a high 104 proof. So
Yeah. No, and I remember really liking it. But I said we couldn't use that name because of the name. Right? But
oh
now,
man,
but
well,
now that's okay.
now you're free
we're
and released.
not gonna,
Right.
we're not gonna get into that.
Okay, now that's a different story. That's a different podcast.
Yeah. That's a very different podcast.
All right.
I don't want to do that one. That it doesn't change. Getting back to business.
Oh
It
yeah,
doesn't
three.
change.
You put 3 drops in?
I did put 3 drops in.
Okay, I did.
Gosh, I'm not sure it did anything.
That's good though.
It is
I
good. The more
I
I'm
think it's
sipping
good.
it, the more I like. Do you notice a difference though? The drops of water.
No,
I mean,
nothing.
all the flavors are so gentle
All right.
and easy. It's just yeah. Then
Smooth. Different. The four grains. I mean, we've never done a 4 grain before. That I
um.
or maybe if we did
Well,
it.
I think the Buffalo Trace weeded mash bill. Again, you don't know what the percentages are,
Right.
but I
I
think
thought it was
Buffalo
just
Trace does wheat and
corn.
rye
Yeah.
along with the corn and barley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not bad. I think it's pretty decent.
This is an easygoing afternoon sitting with your feet up. This might be like a work day.
Oh, work
At the
day?
end of a
Okay.
work
What's that?
day.
What's that?
You
Oh,
remember that.
no, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, overall I think my comments with the drops of water are exactly the same. I'm really not getting
No, that's good.
anything different.
To me, that's good. Now, ice might kill it with too much water, but maybe just a tad ice on the side.
Well, we'll see. I am switching over. I'm
Oh,
putting it on ice right now.
to a bottom shelf or glass?
Yes, absolutely. I do have some of the swag.
I did read they hold the whiskey better, so
They what?
they hold whiskey better than most glasses.
They do. Did you see my glass that says "Old Lives Matter"? Did I show you that one?
No.
Stephen, my Thomas's brother, gave me that for Christmas. So
Is
he
that
thought it
old? Is that
old,
old?
old lives
Yeah,
matter.
okay.
Yeah,
OLD.
he thinks he's a comedian.
Okay. Well, keep him away. Tell him that he can only have this lower cabinet stuff if he ever comes over then.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, that kicked the sweetness up a little bit. I mean, it was it had the corn sweetness and fruit before, and it seemed to
Oh
Kick
yeah.
up this, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Took away the took away some of the pepper finish.
There's sort of a creamy sort of feel.
Yeah. What do you think? The mouthfeel?
Yeah. And there's more mouthfeel with the ice. And, as I said, a creamy kind of, I don't know if I'd call it vanilla, maybe.
Yeah, it's vanilla. Definitely, corn does come out with the ice.
Mm-hmm. This is not bottom shelf.
No.
This is second. I mean, this isn't I kind of like a bolder, you know, set of tastes in it, whatever the flavors and notes may be.
Yeah.
But
This
that
does,
said, it's really a nice, easy sip and drink.
yeah, and it does sit well. I mean, in between sips, I think it sits well. You know it's there.
Mhm. Light, very, very light.
That's good. Well, that's I think that's good to find a decent low proof
Yep.
bourbon.
No, you know what? I'm going to go back to your toasted cornbread. I'm getting that on the finish now
Yeah,
with the ice. Well,
it's
I
very
got it
good.
before, but it seems a little more pronounced toward the end. Doesn't the finish doesn't last really long,
No, but it's
but
enjoyable.
it's yeah. I'm pleasantly pleased with this. What was the
Yeah.
this was it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't 38.99.
Yeah, it was. See, that's we're getting to a point where, even though we're still the bottom shelfers, we got to find something that commonality in some of these. Are we doing under $30? Are we doing under 40? Where's it?
Yeah.
What is what bottom shelf price anymore?
Well, you know what? That's a good question that I am not prepared to answer, but
Yeah, we need to do more research.
I will say if for 39 bucks, this I for 39 40 bucks, there's others that I prefer.
All right, but this does give you some value. I mean, in the sense it's good. You're not wasting your
Hmm.
money. You're not buying a like a 1 liter or 1.75 liter for 19.99, which you don't want to
Oh, well, that's
do.
yeah. We're
So
back to what was it? The benchmark
number 8,
eight? Number eight. I almost said seven. That's Jack Daniels.
yeah.
But the benchmark small batch, I served that
Well, again, that's a
uh, to some
Buffalo Trace
friends.
coattails. People
Yeah.
that's riding Buffalo Trace coattails.
Well, an ancient age. We gotta get ancient age.
Yeah,
That's
we
another
got fine.
Buffalo
Yeah,
Trace product that I know you have trouble finding it, but you keep on the hunt for
we need a road trip. I mean, if we do a road trip, we just do a week of bourbon hunting.
that. Is Sherry in the room with you?
Yeah,
Did you did you get away with that?
just hunting, not consuming. Another sad fact, she said.
What was that?
No.
You know what? I'll make one last comment about the Penelope 4 grain.
Yeah,
This is the kind of whiskey that can get you in trouble. I can see sitting around with a group of people sipping on this, and
yeah.
you get yapping, you get into a conversation,
Oh, yeah.
and this
So it's
stuff will
simple,
slide down
right?
really easily.
Yeah, it does. So good. All right. Well, that's good. You're back into Penelope. That's good news. And then we'll move into Elijah Craig.
The father of bourbon.
Yep.
You're right, Evan Williams. I should know that. I've been on that tour, I think at least twice, maybe three times, probably all two or three times with you,
Probably.
right there in downtown Louisville.
That's it. They have
No,
the
not
experience.
the, yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, anyway, we're talking Elijah Craig small batch.
Let me see. What do you think of bottle? I mean, we never talk about bottles, but I
Well, the
thought,
Penelope bottle is, yeah, it's like you see in the old West Saloon in the old Western movies.
right, tall bottle.
Nothing, there's nothing particularly grabs me about the bottle.
No, it's just, yeah, stands tall on the shelves. I think that helps the marketing. The cork is fake, which is, environmentally friendly, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. But
Now,
all
the
right,
Elijah
let's do
Craig
it.
bottle, on the other hand, is cool.
Yeah, it is. That's
What
it.
shape is like a tombstone?
No,
You
is that
cut the
right?
nose
No,
off, doesn't it
no.
look like a tombstone?
Yeah, it does. Or a coffin.
Oh.
Oh,
I just watched Unforgiven the other night, the
oh
Clint
yeah.
Eastwood movie with
Oh
Morgan
yeah.
Freeman and oh, who's the guy that just died? Oh, what a great movie.
Gene Hackman. Is that what
Gene
you?
Hackman.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's always a good. That's a classic. You got
That's
it.
a classic. That's a
Yeah.
classic movie.
All right. So
Clint Eastwood slopping hogs. That's the
yeah, man, he's what, 94?
something like that. That
Oh
bugger's in
man.
good shape.
I hope he keeps
Hey,
going.
this Elijah Craig's got some nice color in it, doesn't it?
This is bold color. Yes. It's way better. Burnished copper. I look at that. It's you can tell.
That looks like bourbon to me.
It's well, they say it's aged 8 to 12 years, so it's been sitting in that char for a while.
Is that now? I was going to ask because I poked around looking at the age on it. It's that old?
That's what I found. I mean, you know what? You search for things on the internet,
Yeah,
Google,
and
and
you never know
this
what
one,
the heck you're going to get.
right.
I mean, 94 proof, but it says Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, which means minimum of two, correct?
Two, but two, unfortunately, from what our experience with 2 year, the young bourbon, it has no flavor. I
This
mean,
doesn't,
no.
I haven't tasted it yet, but this does not, the nose,
All right. No, I'm
not a
not
young
gonna.
bourbon. There's some stuff going on here.
Well, it's 94 proof, and it cost me 34.99 plus tax.
Mine was 33.99.
Okay. So,
Wow. I'll tell you what, the nose on this is so much more fun.
ooh, yeah.
There's a lot going on in there.
Ooh. It's
Corn, the sweet
vanilla,
corn is there, vanilla, little mint maybe.
mint. Yep. Oh man, mint.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said mint,
No,
not on the show.
you only say apple. That's it.
No, I don't get apples here. Sorry.
No, it's not that kind of fruit. It's more of a sweet
This, yeah, sweet corn, vanilla, mint,
dessert.
almost but little butter maybe.
The
That's
yolk.
a great nose. I'm enjoying the daylights out of that.
Yeah, the yolk is good.
You think so? If it's like 6 or 8 years, that would okay. That's where the oak's coming from.
They're saying it's the first to char oak barrels. Was Elijah Craig.
That was Elijah Craig. Yep. In 1789. I don't know if he charred him in 1789, but that's the year
Yeah.
on the
You remember that
embossed.
year?
Vaguely. I was still quite young.
Okay.
Oh man.
I'm tasting it. Are we ready?
Yeah. You know what? Smooth in a very different way than the Penelope was. Where the Penelope was light, this is smooth, a little, I wouldn't call it creamy, but it's kind of creamy adjacent.
It's close to the creamy viscosity, the mouthfeel.
Mhm.
It's close. But I'm wondering, 4 grains versus 3, you know?
Well,
The
the
mash bill
wheat
on this?
was high. The mash bill for this one is 78 corn, 10 raw barley.
Hmm.
So the rye's in. I mean, the Penelope had the wheat. I think that's how much wheat
Well,
that was like 15.
oh
So
man,
that helped to smooth that out and mellow it out.
right.
Oh man, you get a little leather in there, a leathery sort of. I'm thinking of my old baseball glove.
Yeah. Like wet leather.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get it on the nose, but I got it. I got it in the well, not yeah, like almost
But
just before the finish.
wait a minute, you chew on your baseball glove?
Yeah.
Huh.
Anything lingering here? Is it anything lingering for you? I just oh, Rick, I really like this stuff.
Yeah, this is nice.
Hmm. I'm trying to get the rye. There's not the seems very subtle. It's there.
It's yeah, the finish is just it's just there.
Boy, I just like that almost creamy that the mouthfeel and the finish is really nice.
Right. Now this is Heaven Hill, correct?
Um,
I think so. This is
I
Heaven
think
Hill.
I think you are correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And they do their own. I think we've had it at their welcome center.
Boy, now and this is a small batch. Yeah.
Correct. Yes, it is a small batch.
Well, everybody's gonna get sick of hearing me saying this, but I am becoming a real small batch fan because I
Yeah,
think
me too.
there's, if you get a Woodford Reserve or a Maker's Mark, those are, I mean, they've been so consistent over as many years as I can remember.
Right.
And the small batch, I'd like to do, like an Elijah Craig small batch from 2025 versus 2020 versus 2015, just
Yeah.
to see. But I think these master distillers or, whatever distiller taster is saying, yeah, let's do these 10 barrels and mix them
Right.
because
And they're mixing what levels of the rick house, proofs,
all kinds. Yeah. I
years.
mean,
Yeah, it's a taste.
temperature, ages, chars,
Right.
oh, yeah.
It's probably better. I like them better in single barrel.
I do too, because a single barrel, that's one person saying, oh, this is really good to
Right.
that one person. And when you're blending a couple, well, I don't know. Actually, now that I said that out loud, I don't know if it makes sense. But I do like the small batch.
Yeah.
The single barrels are even less consistent than the small batch. Man,
Hmm.
I'm almost ready to forget it. I almost forgot about adding drops of water. I tell you, I am enjoying the daylights out of this.
Yeah. It's good. It's smooth, warm. It's spicy. It's got the oaky, woody. I mean, it is.
The woody part is, yeah, I get that oak,
Yeah. Hmm.
and that's got to be the age of it.
Yeah. It's,
And I wonder, it doesn't necessarily make sense that a little bit higher proof changes the flavors, but I'm
it's
kind of
like,
getting the opinion that it does. And I
yeah,
don't know why. Why would the higher alcohol content change flavors?
that's a good question. Maybe one of our two or three followers would
I know. Well,
enlighten
this is
us.
gonna, or maybe you and I just need to keep studying this.
Okay. What about the age though? I mean, it's a char. If it's longer, it sits in a
Well,
char,
I
or shorter, it sits in a higher char.
since we've been doing this podcast, Rick, I'm appreciating the more age in the barrel. The 2, 3 really year young ones
Right.
versus the 6, 8 like this one. It's just, I guess the oak flavors and the wood flavors are really something that I
Right.
guess I like.
Yeah, you get more of the the enjoyment through the journey of the taste. Sip,
Yeah.
enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you getting rye? The rye is so subtle.
Yeah, I'm getting a little. It's there.
And I'm going to go back to my old baseball glove. Time for a couple drops.
Yeah, let's do it. 3 drops.
1, 2, 3.
Now, it can't do scientific because it depends on how much we do have in the glass itself. But the color is great.
Oh, so I got to start measuring how much I put into the Glencairn. Like I put this much in.
Okay, that's scientific. Yeah, this much.
Okay.
Okay.
And precisely 3 drops.
But the color is way better than Penelope.
Yeah, again, if the color matters at all, I mean, I guess it does. I mean, the whole overall perception of the drink you're having, the darker color to me is more appealing.
Right. has more flavor. You know, you're assuming it has more flavor, but Penelope with the 4 grains brought different flavor for a
It,
shorter period. So it
yeah.
is,
Oh man, the water made a big difference on this one. The sweetness got kicked up a notch or two.
oh yeah, yes, it did.
And it's almost, you remember that smell? Well, you still cut your own grass, don't you?
Oh yeah,
But that, you
therapy.
know, that smell you get in the middle of summer when the grass, you know, it's rained and the grass is really thick and you just cut it, that smell of new cut grass.
Oh yeah,
I'm getting a little bit of that.
you can remember that far back.
Barely.
Okay,
I,
yeah, it's there.
oh man, it's funny. The Penelope, when we put the water in, Rick, I didn't notice it. I didn't notice a darn thing different. This is dramatically different.
Yeah,
It's a little smoother. It's a little sweeter. I'm getting that the grass that I just mentioned. All the oak flavors are still there. I'm not getting any vanilla. Usually the older ones don't we say that the older
yeah, yeah.
longer aged get more vanilla?
Well,
I'm not sure I'm getting any vanilla at all. Butter. I get
that's
butter.
I don't know if say burnt wood, but it is a woody taste. I wonder, again, who knows what was the char on this versus
Yeah,
was
I
it
don't know.
4? Is it 3?
You say burnt wood? Burnt wood doesn't sound good. I don't get that. I get wood. I think it's more sophisticated to say oak,
Oh, okay.
you know, because I can distinguish between an oak barrel aged and
Ah, I'll
you
take
know.
some. I'll take some wood out of my fireplace. Yeah.
No, I'm not sure Elijah Craig small batch is going to qualify on bottom shelf at all. This stuff, oddly
No.
enough, it's less expensive, a couple of bucks less expensive. $5 difference. Penelope was $5 more. This is significantly better.
Yeah, it is.
In,
It is for the the impact that you're having as a sipping away. You know it's there. You taste it. You enjoy it. Nothing against Penelope.
no, again, I don't want to say anything negative about it. But if I had a choice, hands down, I'm going to take the Elijah Craig.
Depends on time of day and what's going on. That's how I look at it. It's a
Yeah.
situational. It's situational.
No, I'm not sure I'm going to be that kind. I think regardless of time of day or who I'm with and what I'm doing, I'd go with the Elijah Craig.
All right.
A lot
It's
more,
nothing.
it's more complex. Again, no aspersions cast on Penelope. Far be it
Okay.
from me.
It's nothing about history.
All the Penelopes are included in that.
Okay.
All
I just,
I just
uh, the disclaimer has been posted.
you forced me to go back to that again. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
All right. Nightmares. That's it. Elijah Craig will take care of that.
All right, I'm pulling. You think I'll take Elijah? I go. You're trying to bait me into saying I'm going to go to bed with Elijah? No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to say that.
All right.
I'm pulling
So
some ice cubes out here,
ice
Richard.
cubes. How many cubes?
Well, I got they've melted a little bit, so I've got
Yeah. I'm digging
five of
in.
them, but they're
I'm
all pretty
digging in a
small.
cup. I'm just going to put 3 in. All right.
Now I have to acknowledge I've had the Elijah Craig. I think I first stumbled on it maybe 6, 7 years ago, and I pretty much have had a bottle of this in my upstairs liquor cabinet for a good 5 years. Mm.
It kind of weakens the nose.
Wow, weakens the nose and it weakens the flavors a lot too. Same flavors. I'm getting like the Penelope, and maybe this is. I have to go back and and start thinking about
Wow.
if all ice brings out the sweetness. I'm getting
I
more
think so.
sweet after the ice on both of these.
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, it does bring it down to on par, I think. Maybe a little more spice. There's a higher, maybe a higher.
More spice
I mean, in comparison. No, I'm not saying more because of the
in
ice.
comparison to what?
Penelope.
Oh, yeah, okay, absolutely. Yeah. No, but I think I mean the rye spiciness was pretty uh mellow to begin with, and the ice knocked it down a little bit more, I think. Gosh, I love the mouthfeel of this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Nice
not.
finish. The finish. I don't know exactly what flavor on the finish, but the finish does linger.
Uh-oh.
Don't you
Yeah.
think?
The L word. Oh, yeah.
Hmm,
Toasty.
that's good stuff. That's this is easily third shelf. And 33.99. And yours was what was yours again? 34.
34. I mean,
That's weird. That's
bottom
weird.
shelf is turned itself into 30 or less. I mean, or plus or minus. That's
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I think.
until the prices come down, and we're gonna have to keep going under 30 bucks, 40 bucks. I don't know.
Well, we'll have to try it again. We need to develop a better uh bourbon choosing system than we've got. We're kind of stumbling along here
Well, yeah,
on the phone in our respective liquor stores trying to
yeah.
find the same bottle. There's got
Each
to be a
state,
better way to do
yeah,
that.
each state has an issue, and then the distribution in the state. Yeah, we have an issue. So,
But we'll figure that out. I mean, that's what we're here for. We live
right.
to serve, and we have the dedication to it. So we'll pull it off.
Yeah, we got to do that. I read something. The best liquor store is in South Carolina. So,
Say the best liquor store.
yeah, somewhere in South Carolina.
So like the best liquor store in the
Oh yeah,
world.
for prices and for selection. So,
Well, all right.
no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no, no.
South Carolina, that's like kind of the same. It's about an equal drive, right? That's halfway
Yeah,
between.
yeah, okay.
Where the heck was that? We met for a vacation halfway, and it
Halfway.
took me 4 hours, and it took you like 9.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
Lake Lore. It was Lake Lore, North Carolina,
That's right.
where they filmed. What was the movie?
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. Yeah.
Yeah. And your moves didn't help. Remember Dirty Dancing. So,
No, okay, that's a little fright. My dance floor moves are pretty horrifying to most humans.
that's true.
All
So,
right, buddy.
all
Hey,
right, man.
you know what? I enjoyed the Penelope. I'll probably keep a bottle of this in my liquor cabinet.
Upper cabinet or lower cabinet?
This is not going under the sink. Absolutely not. This is going to
Okay.
be in the office liquor cabinet up above. It's not going to
Yeah.
make it up into the pantry where the good stuff is.
All right.
The Elijah Craig, that's just got to be handy all the time.
All right. I need you to ask, or I need to ask you to put on the website the lower cabinet versus the upper cabinet. We need to know where things are going.
Oh, all right. Oh, so you're giving me some technical action items here.
That's right.
All right. Okay. You know what? That's a great idea. I mean, I hate like hell to say you came up with it, but that's
Wait a minute.
yeah. Because the under the sink is the stuff that like usually I say on the third or fourth pour, I'll go to the cheaper stuff. The under the sink stuff is more like fifth or sixth pour.
We need to see that inventory, and you can
Well,
give me.
I think the freaking Evan Williams small batch that we said we neither of us liked like what 6 or 8 months ago. And you talked me into buying. Now I got 7/8 of bottle from last year, and I got a brand new bottle that we bought this week. You're drinking that. Next time you come
I'll
here,
be
that's
there.
all you're getting.
We'll smoke it. We'll smoke it. You got your smoke show smoker?
Yeah, I got my smoke show smoker. We'll do
Okay.
that. All right, buddy. I'm gonna what are you gonna sip on after we end this here? I'm gonna pour me another Elijah Craig neat.
Elijah
That's
Craig.
You too?
Sounds good.
All right, my friend. Until next time. It's good
Yeah.
to serve humanity, isn't it? It
All
makes me
right,
feel
it
good
is.
about myself.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
See you. This is really fun. I feel like a little kid.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Plus, I got a little buzz.
Barry's looking at us like, what the hell, you guys? No, your look gives everything away.
Looking at you, looking at my computer.
Okay, all right.
I can't. Sherry, all right, buddy. See you
All right.
later, Sherry. Love you.
All right. Love you. Take it easy. Bye.
See ya.